Dear all, in this video, let us discuss the first order active low pass filter. So, what is a low pass filter? A low pass filter allows only low frequency signals and rejects or attenuates all high frequency signals. And now, let us understand the concept of low pass filter. Since we are discussing the active filter, we need to use active device. Which is the active device we are going to use? That is operational amplifier. And also we use passive elements. So this is active device we are going to use. So what are the passive elements we are going to use? Passive elements, they are resistors and capacitors. Now let us construct a filter using one op-amp and an RC network. Okay, now let us write an operational amplifier. Okay, this is an operational amplifier which is an active device. Now we are going to use a passive element, that is RC network. Let us use an RC network, so resistor and capacitor combination. Okay, we are applying input signal to this RC network. So this is the input signal. This is Vi. Now, since we want to adjust the gain, let us make this as an amplifier. To make this as an amplifier, we need to use feedback and also we need to use the voltage divider network, that is negative feedback we need to provide. Now, let us provide the feedback here. So, feedback is negative. Okay? Okay. So, here we are going to take the output. Let this be feedback resistor RF. This is R1. So, as usual for any op-amp, we are going to provide plus VCC and minus VE. This is the circuit diagram of first order active low pass filter. In first order filter, we use one RC section. In second order filter, we use two RC sections. What is the intention of using one RC section? Why we need to increase the RC section further? That we are going to understand after deriving some equation. I am going to conclude this statement. Now, my intention is here to prove that this circuit acts as low pass filter. Means this circuit must allow only low frequency signals and it should reject all high frequency signals. For that, let us derive one equation for gain of this circuit. So, let the voltage at non-inverting terminal be V1. Let the voltage at non-inverting terminal be V1. You are applying input to this loop because this both are same grounds, it's a loop. And this voltage gets divided across R and C. Now, whatever the voltage that appears across the capacitor, that voltage being the input for this op-amp. So now you are applying input at non-inverting terminal and the feedback is negative. Hence, this op-amp now acts as non-inverting amplifier. What is this? We are connecting the op-amp in non-inverting configuration and it is acting as a non-inverting amplifier. Now, my intention is to find what is the voltage that is V1 at non-inverting terminal. That is, I want to find the voltage at non-inverting terminal with respect to ground. That means I want this voltage. Now, very simple, let us apply voltage divider rule. So, this voltage is dividing, it is a series circuit. So, I can apply voltage divider rule to find this voltage. What is this voltage? This voltage is equal to this element divided by the sum of the elements into the total voltage that you are applying to this series circuit. Now, using voltage divider rule, I want this voltage, it is V1 is equal to, how to represent this element, reactance of the capacitor, that is minus JXC divided by sum of this, that is R1 minus JXC into what is the voltage here? VI. Now, you know that XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC. Therefore, you can write it as minus J XC equal to 1 by 2 pi FC divided by R1 minus J 1 by 2 pi FC into VI. So that is V1 is equal to minus J divided by 2 pi FC divided by, if I take LCM here, that is 2 pi FC is the LCM, then it becomes 2 pi FC into R minus J into VI. Okay. Now I can cancel this denominator. I can cancel the denominator. Then what we get? We get V1 is equal to minus J divided by 2 pi FCR minus J into VI. So this is the equation we got. Now I want to eliminate J in the numerator. What I can do? I can multiply and divide by J. If I multiply and divide by J for this equation, we get V1 is equal to minus J square divided by J 2 pi FCR minus J square into VI. I am multiplying and dividing by J. If I multiply J here, it becomes J square. If I multiply J here, it becomes J 2 pi FCR minus J square into VI. Now what is J square value? So J square value is equal to minus 1. So if I substitute minus 1 here, it becomes plus 1. If I substitute minus 1 here, it becomes plus 1. The next step, what happens? So now, if I substitute here, minus 1, here minus 1, we get the numerator plus 1. This becomes minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1. 1 plus J 2 pi FCR into VI. Okay. Now this is the equation, that is the voltage at non-inverting terminal of this op-amp. Now, if I consider this, that is, what is circuit? If I consider minus, this is plus, this is what? V1. This is R1, this is R2. This is grounded. This is V0. Now what is the circuit? It is just a non-inverting amplifier. So for this non-inverting amplifier, what is the gain? What is closed loop voltage gain? What is closed loop voltage gain? That is given by 1 plus RF by R1. RF by R1. Okay. What is closed loop gain? Output voltage by input voltage. That is V0 by V1 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. Now I want output voltage. Therefore, output voltage is equal to what? Gain multiplied by input. That is V1. So V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into V1. What is V1? V1 is this. Now I am going to substitute this V1 here. Now substituting the value of V1 in this equation, so V0 is equal to 1 plus RF by R1. V1 you substitute here, that is 1 divided by 1 plus J 2 pi FCR into VI. Now what I want to find the gain of the total circuit. That is output voltage divided by actual input voltage gives a closed loop gain. We take the ratio. So taking the ratio here, we get V0 by VI is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 multiplied by what? 1 divided by 1 plus J 2 pi FCR. So V0 by VI is what? Gain. That is, I take it as closed loop voltage gain AV is equal to 1 plus RF by R1 into rewrite this like this: 1 divided by 1 plus, I'll keep f as it is, divided by fc. What is fc represents? Where fc is equal to 1 by 2 pi rc. Suppose if I substitute fc here, the same value, then you get the same value here. If I substitute fc here, get back the same thing, you can check it. So this represents lower cutoff frequency. This represents lower cutoff frequency. Now I am going to take the magnitude of this gain. Therefore, magnitude of this gain is equal to 1 plus Rn by R1. We'll take it as pass band gain. This is pass band gain. This is called pass band gain. Represent this as AF, where AF represents pass band gain into 1 divided by root of 1 plus f by fc whole square. So this is the magnitude of gain for this circuit. Considering this magnitude of gain expression, I am going to prove that this acts as low pass filter. Okay, now in this expression, let us analyze when the frequency of the input signal is 0. So when the frequency of the input signal is 0 here, 0, then what is the gain? Let us see. When the frequency is 0, gain is AF. You can check it here. This is 0, denominator is 0, so it is AF. So when frequency equal to 0, so magnitude of gain is equal to AF. Then suppose when the frequency of the signal is less than the cutoff frequency, assume that I am going to set the cutoff frequency somewhere here. Assume that this is fc. Assume that my fc is 1 kilohertz. I want to pass the low frequency signals only from 0 to 1k. Let the fc be 1 kilohertz. So when the frequency of the signal is less than fc, that is when the numerator is less than the denominator, it's a fraction. Fraction square is smaller than the fraction. Root of that is still smaller. Therefore, it is very, very small. Neglecting that small value, AB is approximately equal to AF. That is, magnitude of gain is approximately equal to AF. Now, when the frequency reaches FC, when the frequency of the input signal reaches FC, what happens? When F is equal to FC, this becomes 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 1 by root. That is, gain is equal to AF by root 2. That is equal to 0.707 AF. Now let us plot this. When frequency is 0, what is the gain? Gain is AF. Magnitude is AF. Let this be AF. Then when the frequency is less than FC, gain is what? AF. Up to this is AF only. Okay. When the frequency reaches FC, gain falls to 0.707 times AF. So if this is AF, so part or AF is equal to AB. That means in this case, this is AF. Let us take this is equal to AF. Okay. So now it falls to 0.707. So 0.707 times AF. That means it decreases. Means this point, if I take somewhere here, now it comes to this level. So earlier, before FC, it will be like this. So when frequency reaches FC, then it reaches 0.707 times the maximum value of the gain. It reaches this level. That means, as the frequency reaches nearer to cutoff frequency, gain falls from maximum value to 0.707 times the maximum value. Then after FC, what happens? When F is greater than FC, definitely gain further decreases. That means it has to decrease like this. Decreases and finally decrease, falls to 0. So this is the frequency response of this low pass filter. What does it mean? From 0 to FC, gain is maximum. Suppose if this is 1, gain is 100%. So all the frequency will be passed. So when gain is equal to 1, output is equal to input. When output is equal to input means all the input signal frequency reaches the output. All the signal frequency signals reaches the output without any attenuation. So when the gain or when the frequency reaches the cutoff frequency, gain falls to 0.707 times AF, which is nothing but minus 3 dB frequency. So later what happens, as the frequency crosses above FC, then gain further decreases and falls to 0. Therefore, between 0 to FC, this band we call it as pass band. Means during this band, all the frequency signals will be passed by this filter. After that, gain decreases. So gain is decreasing means output signal starts attenuating. So it slowly starts rejecting the signals. Means above FC we consider it as higher frequency signals. All higher frequency signals will be rejected by this filter. That is how we can mathematically prove that it acts as a low pass filter, allowing only low frequency signals, and later it slowly starts rejecting the high frequency signals. This fall rate or the rate of roll of gain for a first order filter is minus 20 dB per decade. This is the rate of roll of gain for the first order filter. So we don't want this fall rate to fall very slowly. We want this to fall as early as possible. Then we go for higher order filters. So to increase this fall rate, we are going for higher order filter. For the first order filter, it is minus 20 dB per decade. This is how mathematically we can show that it acts as low pass filter. So practically actually what is going to happen here? So we know that Xc equal to 1 by 2 pi Fc. So at low frequency, reactance is very high. So when reactance is very high, so it acts as almost open circuit. Means it will not allow any frequency, any signals towards the ground. All the signal will be passed to the non-inverting terminal of op-amp, hence all the signals will be passed. So when the frequency is higher, that is above Fc, at higher frequency, reactance is very low. When reactance is very low, as the frequency increases, reactance decreases. As the reactance decreases, this capacitor starts moving towards short circuit. As it moving towards short circuit, most of the signal passes towards the ground. When the signal passes towards the ground or through the ground, those signals at output not be available, means it starts rejecting the signals. That is practically what is going to happen by the RC network, that is low pass filtering. Thank you.